Hello, everyone. Welcome to Scott Reviews Things in 4.5 minutes. And what am I reviewing this time? I'm reviewing my bootleg copy of the TV show Hello, Larry. That's right, Hello, Larry. Little background on Hello, Larry. Actually, a little background on the star of Hello, Larry, McLean Stevenson. My connection with McLean Stevenson is, as you know, or maybe you don't know, his most famous role, he was playing Henry Blake on the TV show MASH, Dr. Henry Blake. And my mother loved MASH, and whenever McLean Stevenson was on, she would just crack him up. He would just crack her up. He would just crack her up. So when I saw McLean Stevenson make my mother laugh, that he became one of my comedy icons because he made my mother laugh. So after I seen him make my mother laugh, I wanted to make my mother laugh. And then that's what this put me on one of the steps on my way to becoming a comedian. So, excuse me. So McLean Stevenson was on MASH. And he was third billing on MASH, and he wanted to be the star of his own sitcom. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to be the star, so he left MASH. And he had a bunch of failed sitcoms. And I believe Hello, Larry was either his third or fourth failed sitcom with him in the lead. Now, the difference between Hello, Larry and the other failed sitcoms of McLean Stevenson is Hello, Larry is usually referred to as one of the worst television shows of all time, one of the worst sitcoms. And whenever the worst sitcom of all time comes up, the two names that are usually floated around are My Mother the Car and Hello, Larry. So McLean Stevenson reached the fame that he wanted, but probably not for the reason that he wanted it. And so, is Hello, Larry, is it bad enough to be one of the worst sitcoms of all time? And I have to say, yes, it is. It's bad. It's just, it doesn't know what it wants to be. See, it was in the late 70s, so it wanted to be a little edgy. So Larry had two daughters, and they were just throwing a lot of sex jokes around, and then sometimes it would be try to be dramatic, and then it would just be overly dramatic, and then it was wanted to be a family sitcom. So it didn't really know what it wanted to be. The writing was poor, the jokes were bad. It was just all around a bad show. But NBC didn't really have anything to replace it with, so it renewed it for another year. And in the second year, you heard the term jumping the shark. This show jumped an aquarium of sharks, a whole thing of sharks, because in the second season, it replaced one of Larry's daughter with another actress. It brought in Larry's father. So now you had the old man making all the jokes around the house. It brought in Meadowlark Lemon of the Harlem Globetrotters playing himself. So they brought in all these elements, and as you know, when you try to save a show by bringing in all these different wacky elements, it never works. So now, it wasn't all bad. There's some good things. The good thing, of course, for one, is McLean Stevenson. McLean Stevenson is very charming. He's very likable. So when you see him on the screen, he's doing the best job he can with the material that he's given. He also has one of his daughters, the actress Kim Richards. Kim Richards and McLean Stevenson have good chemistry when they're. So whenever they're doing a scene together, that's fun to watch. Doesn't have that often. Usually he's interacting with everybody, trying to be wacky with everybody, and it just doesn't work. This is also the predecessor, Hello, Larry, of the father in charge of the kids. So it's a predecessor to My Two Dads and Full House, where the dad gets the kids. So this was sort of new in the 70s, where usually during a divorce, a mom would get the kids while dad got the kids. But the bad just outweigh the good tenfold. Now, the one thing you will take away from Hello, Larry is the theme song. We don't have great theme songs anymore with television shows. And this, no matter what you say about Hello, Larry, it has a kick-ass theme song. I don't know if there's any episodes on YouTube. If I would check one out just to see, just to get the feel of it, just what it was like. But